So in this video, we are going to talk about material possessions versus having experiences. And this is my experience with it. This is my thoughts on it. And this is what's worked very, very well for me and my life. And as you may know from my channel, I really enjoy travel, I enjoy experiences, but I also enjoy building a business and having certain things as well. And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So when I take a look at my life and when I take a look at my previous years of living and my previous years of, lots of journaling and seeing what the best experiences that I had was when I was the most happiest. And for me personally, it was always about the experiences that I had. Okay, now some trips I took just because a friend invited me here, a friend invited me there, and those ended up being some of the best times in my year when I reflect back on a year and I think what experiences it gave me the most pleasure. Those were the ones that made me the happiest, was experiencing something new. Okay, something new, something exciting, something that I've been wanting to do. And what I advise you to do is kind of like what I did to come to this conclusion, which is at the end of each year, what I like to do is on a journal, write down a bunch of the experiences that you had. Now, I like to go month by month by month by month and take a look at what were the best times in that month and what was the worst times of that month. And by doing this, it kind of allows you to reflect. Now, you don't have to do this once a year. You can do this once a quarter or every half year. But when you do things like this, it allows you to figure out for yourself what you value. So for me, like I said, it was experiences. I noticed that even though I was growing a business and I was building things on the back end and I wanted to make more money so that way I can buy more things and by the way, before I sold everything and left, I was living in Las Vegas and there's no shortage of things that you can do. There's no shortage of things that you can buy. That's all people do there is just waste money. Now, although I never gambled or any of that stuff, when I looked at my notes on the previous year, I realized all my happiest moments were not from going out to the bar with my friends, which I thought was a lot of fun. I had a way better experience, for example, traveling to Mexico and meeting a bunch of entrepreneurs and going cliff jumping and diving in cenotes and all that stuff. And I learned this from the exercise that I did at the end of the year. So again, you don't have to wait till the end of the year. You can do this right now. Just look at the past months that have happened. Look at the past 3 months. Look at the past 6 months. What were your happiest times? What brought you the most joy? Was it buying a new car? Was it buying a new shirt? Was it buying some new clothes? Was it buying a new TV, as you can see, or a plant? Or was it actually going somewhere? Was it experiencing something new? For me, it was travel. For me, it was seeing new faces, new cultures, trying new food, all that stuff I valued a lot. Now, again, I'm in my 20s, so I'm a little bit biased because I understand that right now in my 20s, the best thing that I can do and the best thing that you can do if you're in your 20s, in my opinion, and again, this is just what's worked for me, is investing in yourself to have different experiences. Because when you have these experiences, you're really able to evolve. Now, again, it doesn't mean that you need to be in your 20s to take advantage of this, but it's just a little bit easier because you're more likely to not have a family or not have a mortgage and car payments and all this stuff that really, really tie you down, and you're able to, for example, sell your things and travel full time if you want. Now, that's obviously not for everybody, so do what's best for you. Take a look at your past experiences and see what brought you the most joy. And maybe it is, going out to eat once a week or once a month when you get together with all your friends. I don't know, but I think it's very important to journal on these things and just reflect back. And you don't have to be someone that journals every day. Just literally get down a sheet of paper, take a look at your past experiences and just write down in the past 6 months, what made me extremely happy? What did I really enjoy? And try to just take that and do more of it. Right? I mean, it's not rocket science, but this is something nobody does. You just live your day to day and you get so busy being in your mind of doing things day to day and task to another, to driving, to sitting in traffic. And I think a lot of times this kind of stuff can really slip through the cracks and you never really ask yourself, what did I really enjoy? What actually makes me happy? What actually brings me a lot of fulfillment? And I think if you do that, you can find a lot of answers. And I think that if you are in your 20s, it's been my experience that traveling and experiencing new things has helped me grow a lot as a person. And later on, by the way, this might change, right? In 10 years, in 20 years, this might be different. As my priorities change, as I buy more things like a house or an apartment or whatever, a new car, this may change. But especially if you're younger, then I think personally you should travel. If you've never left the US, that is the first thing you should do. Get your passport as soon as possible. It's crazy how many Americans I meet don't actually have a passport. So get your passport and begin traveling, see what it's like. Or maybe if you haven't had that many good moments, maybe that just means you haven't tried enough stuff, right? So if you don't know whether you value experiences or things, maybe you've definitely bought things, right? Maybe you didn't buy expensive things, but go on an adventure. And it doesn't have to be leaving your city. It doesn't even have to be leaving your country. Go do something new within your city. Go on a new trail. Go on a new hike that you haven't done before. Experience something new. A lot of times when people live in their city for too long, they just forget that there's cool stuff that people fly in just to see, right? Like I'm from Buffalo. And I can't tell you the last time that I went to Niagara Falls, right? I mean, this is like a world wonder and people fly in to go see the Niagara Falls, but I haven't been to it in forever, a very long time. I don't remember last time I was there. So when I visit my hometown, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check that out and I'm gonna have that experience. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you found something that you can use. Give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment below with what your favorite experience is, okay? I love hearing these ideas. So leave a comment. Let me know what you really enjoyed to do. Let me know what brings you a lot of happiness and fulfillment. And maybe you can even scroll down and get a bunch of ideas for yourself as well.